I'm Ben Meiselas from the MeidasTouch Network. On Thursday, the Manhattan District Attorney's Office lawyers and Donald Trump's lawyers had a hearing before Judge Juan Merchan that was very, very important. And of course, this relates to the criminal charges, the 34 felony counts brought by the Manhattan District Attorney's Office against Donald Trump. And three critical things emerged from this hearing that I want to discuss in this video. First, a protective order was ruled on by Judge Juan Merchan, which would limit Donald Trump's ability to attack witnesses, attack the judge, and attack other third parties. That's an important ruling. Number two, Donald Trump's lawyers announced that they would be filing a motion to try to transfer this case to federal court. That likely is not going to be successful. It's more delay. But I think Judge Juan Merchan will swiftly reject that. And the third important thing is Judge Juan Merchan stated that he intends to hold the criminal trial in February or March of 2024. And he's asked Donald Trump's lawyers and the district attorney's office to provide dates when the parties will be available. And Judge Juan Merchan made it very clear to Donald Trump's lawyer that he is not to make any speaking engagements or anything during the time period of trial itself where he will claim that he is not available. Obviously, Judge Juan Merchan is watching the kind of games Donald Trump's been playing in the E. Jean Carroll federal trial, where Donald Trump essentially fled to Scotland and made up an excuse that he had to work on a golf course there, which is clearly pretextual. So those were the three main things to come out of it. So this hearing was originally set to basically be a hearing on a motion for a protective order. And a motion for a protective order in a case, civil or criminal, basically is limiting the types of information that can make its way out of the court proceeding. So it's basically a kind of confidentiality order and just places certain limitations on litigants. In a civil case, both the plaintiff and the defendant, and in a criminal case, usually on the defendant. But of course, if there were to be a gag order, and that's not what was imposed here, that could potentially impact both sides. So there wasn't a gag order that was issued here, but there was kind of a quasi-gag order. They're not calling it that, but let me explain what took place here. So leading into this hearing, the district attorney's office stated the following. Defendant Donald J. Trump has a long-standing and perhaps singular history of attacking witnesses, investigators, prosecutors, trial jurors, grand jurors, judges, and others involved in legal proceedings against him, putting those individuals and their families at considerable safety and risk, Assistant District Attorney Catherine McCaw said in a court filing asking for a protective order. In response, Donald Trump's lawyers Todd Blanche and Susan Necklace stated the following in their opposition papers leading up to this hearing on Thursday, quote, "The people have proposed what would be an unprecedented and extraordinarily broad muzzle on a leading contender for the presidency of the United States." And so ultimately, what did Judge Juan Merchan do? Merchan said that he intends to impose an order to prevent Donald Trump from attacking individuals associated with the case or speaking about specific evidence obtained through discovery, but said he's not going to stop Trump from speaking about the case generally. Quote, "I'm straining to give him every opportunity to make his candidacy," Judge Juan Merchan said, quote, "This is not a gag order. Now, one of the things Judge Juan Merchan is requiring as well, which was requested by the district attorney's office, is that the judge will hold another hearing soon with Donald Trump to be present via Zoom or whatever electronic medium for the meeting for a court hearing, a virtual court hearing. And this is what will take place. Once the terms of the protective order are satisfied, the district attorney's office successfully requested a public hearing of it. To Trump, Judge Juan Merchan agreed to a virtual hearing where Trump will have to attend so he understands the parameters of this protective order, which will prevent Trump from attacking individuals associated with the case or speaking about specific evidence obtained through discovery. So that was one of the big developments, of course, in this hearing.
Support for Meidas is brought to you by Manscaped, who has the best in men's below-the-waist grooming products. That's right, their products are precision-engineered tools for your family jewels. Join over 8 million men worldwide who trust Manscaped with this exclusive offer for you. 20% off and free worldwide shipping with the code Meidas at manscaped.com. Look, everyone knows that you have to be careful when dealing with the family jewels. You definitely don't want to use an old crusty electric trimmer. Yikes! That's why I'm so excited to partner with Manscaped. Manscaped's Performance Package 4.0 has arrived and oh man, it's a game changer. Inside this package, you'll find their Lawnmower 4.0 trimmer, Weed Whacker, ear and nose hair trimmer, Crop Preserver deodorant, Crop Reviver toner, Performance Boxer briefs, and a travel bag to hold your goodies. First off, the Lawnmower 4.0, this trimmer is the future of grooming and dare I say the greatest below-the-waist trimmer ever? Their 4th generation trimmer features a cutting-edge ceramic blade to reduce grooming accidents thanks to their advanced skin-safe technology. The Lawnmower 4.0 is waterproof and also has 4,000K LED spotlights you'll need for a more precise shave. And because this trimmer is waterproof, you can say goodbye to the mess on the bathroom floor. You thought that was good, but want to take your grooming game to the next level? The Performance Package 4.0 also includes the Weed Whacker nose and ear hair trimmer. The Weed Whacker is also waterproof and provides proprietary skin-safe technology, which helps reduce nicks, snags, and tugs in those delicate nose holes. Their Crop Preserver deodorant and Crop Reviver toner will change the way you approach your hygiene routine. Manscaped even threw in 2 free gifts to their Performance Package 4.0, the Manscaped Boxers and the Shed Travel Bag. Bring your comfort and boxers to another level. It's time to take care of yourself, so go to manscaped.com and get 20% off plus free shipping with the code Meidas. That's 20% off with free shipping at manscaped.com and use code Meidas. Unlock your confidence and always use the right tools for the job with Manscaped.
The other big development, there's 2 others that I talked about at the top of this video. The other big development is when the trial date will take place, and Judge Juan Merchan said February or March of 2024, and specifically told Donald Trump's lawyers, quote, he, Donald Trump, cannot agree to any speaking engagements or appearances during the time of trial. So no games, no excuses. He needs to be here in this courtroom, and the court will not be entertaining any excuses by Donald Trump why he can't be present. And finally, Donald Trump's lawyer, Todd Blanche, stated that they will be filing very soon a motion to try to transfer this case to federal court, claiming that, I don't know, I need to read the motion, but that for whatever reason in this state prosecution, in this Manhattan District Attorney's prosecution, that it somehow involves federal jurisdiction. Now, I have no clue why there would be federal jurisdiction for this. You will recall in some of these other cases that Donald Trump has been involved in, for example, in the Manhattan District Attorney, the New York Attorney General's case, in addition to the Manhattan District Attorney's case here, the New York Attorney General's civil fraud lawsuit. Donald Trump tried to get that case in federal court. He lost all of that, his motions there. There was no federal jurisdiction there. He filed a case in kind of Syracuse federal court claiming civil rights violations, and that's the federal hook that he claimed there. But one, not only is there no basis for federal jurisdiction here at all, but number two, it's kind of like be careful what you wish for. Why he thinks a federal jurisdiction would be better for him just goes to show you that for him, if this is just all about delay. I mean, you think about the federal judges, no nonsense federal judges in New York, in the Southern District of New York. They would probably be much tougher on Donald Trump than even Judge Juan Merchan is being. And look, Judge Juan Merchan is a no-nonsense judge, but you post photos of yourself with a baseball bat next to a district attorney or next to the judge, or you talk about a federal judge's family, the federal judge is likely going to remand you into custody, throw you into jail right away. So even if Donald Trump prevailed on that motion, which he's not because it's utterly frivolous, and I'm going to wait till get the papers to even kind of understand what basis he's claiming, it will ultimately completely backfire for him. Then you ultimately just think about Donald Trump, the litigant. Donald Trump, all bravado, all bluster, all threats. But when it really comes down to it, y'all see what took place in the E. Jean Carroll case. He was so frightened. He's so scared. He's such a coward that after all of his temper tantrums didn't work and he wasn't able to derail it, what did the coward do? He fled to Scotland, fled to Ireland, claimed he had business there, and then lied to the press in Ireland saying he was going to come back to confront E. Jean Carroll. Total and utter BS. And just completely incompetent legal strategy and just a microcosm of who he is. There you have it, folks. Big day in court on Thursday in that case. So as soon as the protective order is written, I will let you know specifically what it says. But there'll be a hearing where Judge Juan Merchan speaks to Donald Trump and says, here's what you can't say. You can't attack witnesses. You can't attack people. Well, I'm Ben Meiselas from the MeidasTouch Network. Hit subscribe. We're on our way to 1.5 million subscribers thanks to your incredible support. Hit subscribe. Check us out at patreon.com/MeidasTouch, patreon.com/MeidasTouch. And wherever you get audio podcasts, make sure you subscribe to the MeidasTouch podcast. It's free. All right, hit subscribe on YouTube. It is free. Have a great day.
Hey Meidas Mighty, love this report? Continue the conversation by following us on Instagram at MeidasTouch to keep up with the most important news of the day. What are you waiting for? Follow us now.